Hi everyone, Jackson here. I just want to make a sort of just a warning video, I suppose, that tonight's Endeavor video will be delayed because I've got a lot of stuff going on today, so it's just going to be too busy to do it. That being said, I have a little time now, and the Golden Vendor's come up. So instead of doing the Golden Vendor in the video tonight, in order to make the video quicker when I get back and are able to do it, I'm just going to do the Golden Vendor stuff now. If you guys want to listen to that, you can. But yeah, I just want to let you know it's probably going to be a few hours late, particularly because if it's a shit set, especially like it's going to take a while to upload. That's the only thing. So yeah, I'll just go through the Golden stuff now. But yeah, I just want to let everyone know that tonight's one's going to be later than usual. All right, so there's some good stuff to talk about actually. So Burning Spellweave, Scathe, and Mage. These two are damage dealer, like pretty good sets. Burning Spellweave, basically, if you deal any flame damage, you can keep this up as long as you like have like an Inferno staff. Basically, you'll keep this up quite frequently, or just a flame enchant, anything like that. Gives you pretty good damage. It's not as strong as like the most powerful sets, but if you can keep it up at maximum uptime, it equates to, I think it's like 325 weapon spell damage, something like that, which is stronger than like Julianos. But I don't think it's as strong as Order's Wrath. I'm pretty sure it's not. But like it's really good for really short bursts, because yeah, you get a ton of weapon spell damage for 8 seconds. It also applies Burning, which if you run Blockade of Fire is actually quite helpful, because if you're not familiar with Blockade of Fire, which is one of the main like damage dealing abilities that a lot of builds use, and anything that uses destruction stuff, Unstable Wall of Fire, it deals 20% bonus damage to enemies that are burning. So you can get a pretty sizable damage bonus just from using Burning Spellweave. So Burning Spellweave synergizes very well with that set. That being said, City of Ash 1 is a very easy dungeon. You can get easy access to rings and jewelry in there. And yeah, base game, so you don't need to pay for anything. So I wouldn't suggest paying 200,000 gold for this. Scathing Mage, this is also a DLC. This is also a dungeon set. It's a DLC dungeon, but it's free, and the DLC dungeon is very outdated, so it's not too bad to do. But this set is actually also pretty good. Not amazing, but it's decent. Gives you a good chance when you deal direct damage. So a lot of things that would like deal damage wouldn't proc this, like any damage over time effect, like example for Blockade, you wouldn't do it. So light attacks, spammable abilities like Shrouded Daggers, some things, I think the initial hits of some damage over time effects, like I think the 2 hits from Rending Slashes would apply it. So that's pretty good. But yeah, the only issue is the cooldown is the same as the uptime. So that means sometimes there'll just be, the uptime will go down, like will fall off, and while you're in the middle of like doing something non-direct damage related, and it just won't apply. I just wish it'd be, if this had like if the uptime was 6 seconds and the cooldown was 5 seconds, I would prefer it a lot more. Raku Games, this is a really good support set. It's sort of like a Symphony of Blades is better, but this Symphony of Blades is DLC one, and this is just like a easier to get, just sort of discount Symphony of Blades. It does basically the same thing, just the area is smaller and the amount that it gives you is less, I think. But yeah, because it's a non-DLC dungeon, that's pretty easy to do. It's one of the tier 1 dungeons. That's a pretty easy one to get, so I wouldn't buy this myself. But it is a good set, I will say, because yeah, the area is very small. It's like I think it's like the size of, no, it's smaller than Whirlwind. It's like 4 meters or something. I think it's set. Does it actually say the range on there? No, it doesn't. The area is very small. Very small. Smaller than the area of Whirlwind. It's like half the area of Whirlwind. It's very small. So that's the only issue it has compared to Symphony of Blades, because the area for Symphony of Blades is quite large. Schultz, this is a weird set and not one I would buy. I wouldn't really use it either. Minor Heroism, it doesn't give you much ultimate, and there are many other ways to get it in instances where it really matters. So, firstly, it's got weapon and spell damage, critical chance, weapon and spell damage. So it's like, oh, it's a damage set. But it's heavy armor, and it gives you maximum health as well. So it's like, oh, so it's a hybrid set, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. They didn't know what they wanted from this set, basically. So I wouldn't, especially since it comes from Stonefalls. It's a very easy zone to get through. The only thing is the dolmens are a bit of a pain in the ass to get to. So it can be annoying to get the jury. That being said, so many people have there's so many of these things, I would say, on guild stores that you could just buy for cheap. So yeah, the thing is, there's so many sources of minor heroism. You've got, for tanks, right? One-handed shield, low slash. One of the morph, heroic slash, gives you minor heroism for 15 seconds. You are much better off as a tank using an ability over running an entire 5-piece set to get minor heroism. There's also potions. So Dragon Realm and Dragon's Blood, they are expensive, but these give you minor heroism. So you can actually get minor heroism from a potion as well. And that's actually a pretty good thing to do in this day and age. But nowadays, there are a couple of scribing skills that actually give you minor heroism. So Banner Bearer, if you go down to the bottom to heroism, minor heroism when you're in the area, and this is just a toggle. So this would definitely be the one you'd want to go with. Because yeah, you can just give this to an entire group, and they don't need this. Also, Oaken Soul. Oaken Soul gives you minor heroism as well. So there's just so many other ways you can get minor heroism that are like arguably less taxing on your build than using Shulks. So I wouldn't really recommend this myself. Spriggans. This set's also, this is old. These are both old from One Tamriel days. So yeah. They're pretty. It's okay. 2 stamina things makes it like a bit one-sided. Like you want to go a stamina build for this, but it's a very easy set to get your hands on. It's Bankrai, so the domins are a little bit annoying, but there's so many jewelry pieces out there on guild stores nowadays, and the domins aren't too bad. And there is actually a weapon you can get called the Scarab Sting from a quest. So it's the Precise Spriggan Dagger. So if you do this on 2 characters, or you can like buy these for cheap on guild stores too, you get like a decent stamina setup going very early. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend buying this for 100,000 gold. The jury from Dolmens is just going to be so much cheaper. And keep in mind, offensive penetration. This is good damage, assuming that you haven't hit the pen cap, but it doesn't affect your healing whatsoever. So I think things like Order's Wrath just should be preferred, because they buff both your damage and your survivability, whereas this just buffs your damage, so it's a little bit harder to use. Alright, Village, last thing. This is a really good damage dealer set. This is a DLC dungeon that you have to pay for. It's a very old one. I imagine a lot of people will probably have it at this point, but this set is really good. If you don't have this DLC, this is actually probably one that I would go with. I actually buy, because yeah, this set is actually pretty good. Been nerfed to smithereens over the course of the years, but especially in like big packs of enemies, it's really strong, because all the disease spores can hit like a bunch of people and just deal tons of damage. Not as strong as some other sets. Like I don't think it's as strong in melee as Zaan, and it's if you're only fighting a boss, I think it's not as strong, but it's still like a really strong set that just is easy to use, does great damage, and yeah, it's a DLC paid dungeon, so it's not readily available to everybody. So definitely keep this in mind. But yeah, I know they are expensive, so it's your call there. But I think this is also quite a good monster set, because yeah, the spores they travel like one travels straight. If you've done Infinite Archive and you've got the thing that when you light attack, it sends out the whirlwinds. It's exactly like that. One goes straight, one goes like curved that, or like diagonally that way, and then the third one goes out this way. So that's what I mean. Like it can hit multiple enemies if there's like big groups of enemies, but I think only one can hit a single target at a time. I'm pretty sure, unless it's like Flame Blossom where it can hit. Oh no, didn't they nerf that? Anyway, yeah, it's a good set, so maybe consider it. But yeah, that's everything for this video. But yeah, I'll be as quick as I can for when the endeavors come up tonight. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you later tonight, and take care.